Hi, welcome to How to Repair. This video is on a Samsung washing machine showing a 4E error code failure. On early models this may be a 1E error code failure. It's all to do with the fill cycle on the machine. You have either got a problem with water going into the machine via the water valves, or do you have a problem with the pressure switch or pressure pipe leading to the bottom of the drum. If the machine has not detected water going into it after a designated period of time, normally a couple of minutes, it will either show the 4E error code or the 1E error code on early models. First we're going to strip down the machine and then I will talk to you about the faults that can occur on this model of machine. Make sure you unplug the machine from the electricity supply, and we're going to remove the lid and the front facial panel. With these error codes, the first thing you need to check is water is actually present at the water valve. Next, you need to check that the water valve is not silted up in the filter at the back. Then you need to check the water valves itself. You can see more videos on how to check water valves and how water valves work at the website. Now at this point we need to drain down the machine, because if your machine has stopped with an error code it is usually full of water. So Samsung have fitted a drain off pipe with a bung in it and you're able to drain the machine down. The drain off hose is not always fitted to all models. While this is draining down, we'll remove the screws on the facial panel. It's worth keeping these separate as the two screws in the soap drawer area are stainless steel to stop corrosion. And then there is one small screw on the side. Next we'll remove the facial panel off the front panel just by pulling it away and lifting it up slightly. Now we'll remove the door interlock, two screws here. Again, I would keep these separate, and then there is a wire retention band which holds the seal onto the front panel. Just use a small screwdriver, make sure you don't do any damage to the door seal, and then peel the seal back and put it inside. Now we're able to remove the front panel. There are 3 screws on this model of machine. It will vary from model to model. And there is a lug slightly to the left of this screw, which you can see here, which the panel hangs on. While I'm doing this, remember at the website there is a full tutorial on this repair and many other repairs. Just follow the links on the video. Now we'll replace the bung as the machine has drained down, and we'll remove the screws at the bottom of the panel. On this model of machine there are 4 screws. Just remove these, and now we're ready to remove the panel. The panel is actually held on with a couple of lugs, so you will need to lift it up slightly. Now this is the pressure switch, which has a pipe attached to it and runs all the way down to the bottom of the drum. As water fills in the drum, the pressure switch is activated. This then shuts off the water valves and the machine should stop filling. This is the hose at the bottom of the machine which leads to the pressure switch. You need to check this for any chaffing or wearing. If there is any pinholes in this, it would give a false indication to the machine. Also, this goes into the bottom of the drum, which is called a pressure bowl. Sometimes this can fill with old detergent and give false indications to the pressure switch. I'm taking the clip off because sometimes the pipe can actually wear underneath the clip. Then follow this hose all the way up and inspect it for any chaffing or any holes in it. Also inspect the wiring. Now with the wiring, you could have a bad connection on the circuit board. You may have a chaffed wire going through to the water valve, or one of the water valve's coils have failed, but you can see these in other videos. Just follow the links above on the video to the full tutorial, which will lead you to all the Samsung videos. Now the pressure switch may either have a bad connection on the electrical terminal, or this is a common fault. The pipe has actually chaffed on the connection to the pressure switch, as you can see here. I have had a few of these over the last few years. usually due to the pipe actually being made too tight to the side of the drum, or the pipe is slightly too short in my opinion. It is possible to extend the pipe using a joiner and then adding an extra piece of pipe, making sure that there is no air leakage. But I'm actually just going to put a cable tie on this to the wiring. Now the reason the pipe actually chafes is the washing machine drum is always moving while it's washing, and the pipe is being pulled slightly. If the pipe was a little bit longer, in my opinion, this wouldn't happen. There would be adequate movement, but I'm just going to rerun the pipe and cable tie it to the wiring loom there, and I'm going to slightly adjust it at the bottom and on the side of the actual panel. Now that's all done, we're going to refit the front facial panel and then reassemble the whole machine and test it. But while I'm doing that, do remember to support the website by shopping with us. Any parts you need, we will need the full model number off the machine. It must come off the identification plate, not the facial panel, as the facial panel number is sometimes a shortened version. So do find the identification label on the machine before ordering parts. You will need the full number off this, and it can normally be found around the door area or on the rear of the machine. Also do remember to subscribe to our channel and social media, as that's what keeps us going and able to make these free videos for you. And at the website you will find hundreds of tutorials on cookers, refrigeration, washing machines, tumble dryers, etc. If you follow the link through to this tutorial on this appliance on the website, you will also find all the other Samson associated videos. So I'm just replacing the side screw here, and as I said earlier, do make sure you put the correct screws into the soap drawer area as they're stainless steel. Now we'll just insert the door interlock. Again, these are two screws you should have kept separate. When putting the door seal back onto the panel, just put it round slowly. Make sure you keep the seal square, in other words no creases in the seal, and when putting the wire band, the spring part is normally down at the bottom at around 7 o'clock, and you may need to use a small flat blade screwdriver just to get the spring over, and make sure you don't do any damage to the seal itself with the screwdriver. And there we go. Now we're ready to put the machine on test, and there we go, it is filled and now doing the wash cycle correctly. Well, thank you very much for watching this video. As I said, do remember to support the website by subscribing to our channel, and if you found this video helpful, you can always donate to the website by buying us a beer. Thanks very much indeed for watching this video.